Welcome to Market Matters. I'm Nadia Hassan together with Charlotte Chong. Wei Lynn Tang's joining us in a little bit as she's furiously typing away talking about our brokers call for today. But first we start with our companies in the news. Basically, Boustead Heavy Industries Corp Bhd or BHIC to its friends. They actually went up about 1.24% to RM2.45. They got yet another contract. They actually secured a 153.16 million extended contract from the government. To them, this must be par course because they just got another one in March, which was about 531.2 million, which made people quite happy. I don't know, how do you feel about this stock?
Actually, we have talked about this stock several times already, other than they have already secured this contract from the government. And other than that, it also revised tenure from March 31st, 2017 to March 31st, 2018, 1 year.
Yeah, exactly. So looking at this company, of course, it's backed by the might of LTAT and it has a lot of government contracts. The thing is not that we don't have anything to say about it. It's more like, what else can they kind of do? I think that's the feeling you want to feel for this company. What else can you kind of do? What are the catalysts? If you wanted to buy into it, would you think they would look out for?
We've seen a lot of contracts from the government on ship repairing, engine repair, electrical and electronic. But I think what the investors want to see is from other sectors, from oil and gas sectors and also from other related industries.
But I think oil and gas, right? They have said before that they're being very cautious. They're being cautious about going into oil and gas because you'd be stupid if not to be cautious going into oil and gas this time. So, but despite the slew of contracts, the profit was down. They did have a bit of a drop in profit, although their first quarter profit was like 9 times, quadrupled 9 times. If any of you watching us knows what that is in quoted templates or something like that, please tell us.
So I'm actually looking at the second quarter results. Profit actually down to 18%, like what you say, to 9.2 million. Revenue actually went up 13% to 75.2 million ringgit.
I don't know. I hate to harp this point again, but aside from shipbuilding and looking at the contracts from the government, I think the only thing that'll make people very excited is if they go out and get other contracts. I mean, do you tend to feel that way when you look at this company?
They definitely need new catalysts to build the company up. And last year, actually in last August, they proposed to reorganize on its corporate structure to achieve better operational efficiencies. And they actually narrowed down to 3 divisions: defense and security, commercial and energy. So hopefully they will actually secure more contracts from other sectors.
Yeah, because I think most than anything, they're defense. I think that's the main thing for them. But, you know, I said this earlier when we were talking about Corp, where basically I like it when a company does house cleaning. That means you know what you need to do for yourself. But I think for BHIC look at the contract, share price barely blipped. So that shows, I think, people are looking for new contracts or new catalysts, at least for BHIC, but to sort of bring it all home, right? So let's not forget, Boustead very, very happily, congrats to them. They actually got another contract from the government with 153 million a bit and change. It's on the heels, of course, of this 500 million ringgit contract they got back in March, which obviously did a lot of boost to their ego and bottom line. But aside from that, could their oil and gas relations, their aims to go into that, could that be a problem? And more than anything else, I think people are just looking for new catalysts. And we're not going to yawn at it, but I think you just need that to build. Yeah, I was trying not to. So moving on to our brokers call of the day, we are looking at an interesting company called JCY International Bhd. It was up about 0.72% to 70 cents. So what are the analysts saying about it, Wei Lynn?
Okay, so today's brokers call JCY is brought to you by UOB Kay Hian. So UOB actually hosted JCY at its regional conference recently. So we said that while the overall hard disk drive industry remains unexciting, but it did say that developments within the HDD ecosystem could be actually catalyst to JCY. So first thing that they actually pointed out was actually there could be M&A opportunities on the horizon, because many of JCY's peers are actually looking to dispose their businesses due to difficulties faced in the financial side, operational side, and JCY having a strong net cash pile of 220 million ringgit, they could actually have an upper hand. So if they do actually acquire anything, it could actually enhance their economies of scale and market share. Now, on the second point actually is that there could be a potential integration of Hitachi's China operations into Western Digital. Now, JCY and Western Digital have had many decades of relationship. I think it's their main client. So JCY could have actually opportunity to increase its supply to Western Digital, because while JCY currently it's actually not a supplier to Hitachi, but it is a supplier to actually Western Digital. So with this integration, they could actually get some potential flows from there.
My main issue actually with hard disk drive, I don't know if you follow my Feel My Way actually, Charlotte. It's it's very cyclical. So I think some people could get a bit freaked out by the cyclical nature, because let's not forget, this is the company that in the first time in Bursa Malaysia actually sort of gave a profit guarantee warning. They said, look, our earnings are going to be fantastic we are so sorry, we're giving you a warning.
That has
it's
been,
weird,
I think,
right?
a few years ago, Nadia, was it?
Quite a few years ago. I can't remember. Memory's getting a bit old, maybe.
But you're right in terms of the whole HGD industry. I think that there's a consolidation scene. That's why JCY numbers have actually also sort of turned around. But beyond that, actually, UOB said that JCY is actually reducing its workforce. It's working towards that. So by actually, in the next few years, it's actually looking to to cut its workforce by 28 to 30% from about 18,000 people right now. Not only that, it actually expects a potential 2-cent quarterly dividend payout in fourth quarter. So if you actually add this 2-cent potential quarterly dividend payout to its 3.75 cent in the whole of 9 months, this actually brings to a yield of about 8.3% yield, but we actually don't know yet. I mean, this is just a potential being spoken. So UOB actually has a buy call on JCY with a target price of 1 ringgit and 8 cent. This actually compares with the closing price of JCY today of 70 cent. There could be an upside there. But I had to look at the whole 1 year chart of JCY though. In the last 1 year, it hasn't hit 1 ringgit 8 cent.
Yeah, so that's big ambitions, isn't it?
I actually interviewed Dr. James Wong before that owned a couple of shares in JCY International. What he said is basically laptop market is slowing down, PC market is slowing down, but he is venturing into the cloud system,
everybody is, I think.
I think that's going to be the big thing.
They are actually manufacturing, they are actually providing all these products to Seagate and also WD Western Digital. And I think all these companies, they are ramping up their production and ramping up their stocks, and they're getting more products from JCY.
And
so
of course,
so what's the main takeaways then from
main
all of
takeaways
this?
is, according to UOB, JCY could actually benefit from some medium-term catalysts, such as some potential M&A in the horizon, and them having been a net cash position, they could actually have the upper hand. Also, potential integration of Hitachi's assets into Western Digital could have some potential job flows into JCY. Also, potential dividend of 2 cents in fourth quarter, bringing the whole yield for the full year to about 8%.
All right. Thanks a lot for that. Thank you so much for joining us on Market Matters. That's all we have for this evening. I'm Nadia Hassan together with Charlotte Chong and Wei Lynn Tang. Want more on that? Actually go to theedgemarkets.com. You can see all of these stories there, or pick up a copy of The Edge Financial Daily back in stands, and of course The Edge Financial Weekly coming up on Saturday. Thanks a lot. Good night. Good luck.